I don't know. Welcome to MMR night.
It's got a lot of ventilation room, so your head.
Hi, Chaos.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm doing alright, though apparently someone's going to get stressed the fuck out for the next few days, right up until the literal wedding day.
Speak of the devil.
Women fear me, fish fear me.
I can see my fingers in her eyes.
I can't eat it, it's a hat.
I don't think you could put the hat in.
Damn.
What?
How dare. I'm doing her dirty safe.
He's got severe trauma waiting in that fucking cave for him. What do you expect?
Yeah, so he's deciding to bring that extreme trauma directly to the wedding. Wow. Wow.
What am I doing?
I mean, how would you feel if suddenly your dead fiance from 300 years ago is now back from the dead, walking around and sentient?
Yeah, I sure as hell wouldn't wait until the very last second to bring that baggage directly to a wedding altar. Wow.
I mean, he also has to go into his family tomb.
Yeah.
So,
but he knew
knows
this
what
was
else
coming
is
months
in
ago.
Yes.
He could have gotten it
However-
before all this. Wow, Sig.
Excuse him for not knowing that a necromancer, seemingly, has raised the dead on his island.
Yeah.
It was a non-issue that suddenly became a massive issue.
He still knew this weeks in advance. He's bringing that trauma straight to the wet. Oh my god.
Wait a minute.
Wait, who's causing trauma?
Baked beans.
He's pulling some dumb shit. Your fucking Jarl is pulling some very dumb shit.
Okay,
Do you know how long it's going to take me in order to grow
and
this back?
eagerly want to do it as soon as possible to go into a tomb on an island that has now have the dead walking around and sentient,
I played a video game like that.
and the tomb that you were about to go in is your family tomb to retrieve a sword where your dead fiance was put to rest.
Oh.
And who was waiting in that cave for you.
Or would you choose to go there and come back just in time for the wedding after that trauma?
Do you do it immediately? Or do you try to mentally prepare yourself for that?
You wait till the very last second.
You do the fucking prep work. And like James already said, he'll follow along, but he'll probably only have to stand outside the cave to make sure nothing else comes in.
No, but he's coming back just in time for the fucking wedding. Like, right, he's coming back at the wedding. So he's leaving her alone to do that before this and coming back traumatized.
Fine.
Imagine that.
Fine.
Imagine
James will
that.
make sure that he comes back alive.
Sigurd is a walking ball of trauma. What do you mean?
Yeah, and adding to that right before this. Being all fucking sad at the wedding.
I was sick literally all of last week because I got COVID.
Holy
and
shit.
like even today, I still got the cough. And my ribs.
Like, I'm
fucking
not
hurt,
crazy,
so
am I,
I'm
Chaos?
good.
Who the fuck would do that the very last second and show up, basically, not see the fiance show up at the wedding after traumatizing themselves thoroughly, with no other time to deal with it, like no calm down time.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Am I crazy?
Fine. I had to yell at 19 that they gotta finish their model. Because I saw them earlier, I'm like, did
Yo,
you
what
finish
the
your model? I was like,
fuck?
fuck. I'm like, okay, good, because I need help with my
Gotta
model,
tell
because I
Jack
remember
that,
having to
because
do
holy
something better.
fuck.
And it's something simple in Blender, which makes me annoyed that I don't remember how to do it.
She has to assume, number one, that he'll be back in time, and number two, that he won't be just like crying and say, I need time, and call it off for like a week or more. Who the fuck knows?
There may be one surprise.
Smile.
But that one's out of my hands. I was trying to get to sit.
No. Chaos agrees with me. Chaos agrees with me.
Oh. You know who would agree with me? Xano.
Who?
Zenobia.
Oh.
Zenobia.
Sorry, Flynn, I'm with Jack on this one.
So you'd want your fucking fiance to show up to the wedding traumatized and maybe be like, I need a few days to unwind after all that? Or just start like staring at you traumatized the entire ceremony?
It's fine.
Really? No.
It's fine.
No, but you're waiting like 3 days before that, assuming that'll happen because they're not back in time and they may not even show up in time. You don't know.
I can't wait to have this conversation in character. Put Jane on the spot.
Yeah.
Please, put Jane on the
You
spot.
are literally
Yeah.
on an island off the coast of his home. What do you mean?
We didn't decide that for sure, considering we knew about that ahead of
That's
time.
fair.
We did not decide that was the case.
No, that's fair. I was just saying, it looks like the place. And it would make sense.
But not with this, no. Yes.
How long I'll be here today? I don't know how long I'll be playing Jaden because I did want to play Jerry a little bit, but I'm starting.
That's
off
fair.
with Jaden.
In the wheelchair.
Actually,
No,
Cares,
he can walk again. Me, yes. Hi.
I'm pulling you away.
Oh, there they go. Yippee!
Or like when I'm doing certain poses, like her toes pop through the boot. Hold on. Like. Yeah, that's what I saw. Like. On certain poses. Hold on. No, I saw it.
I mean, sometimes.
So yeah, we're gonna jingle the keys and be like, we got enough so people can go and wee!
Yeah, there's already people in.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, she
Hell yeah.
probably had a shape key to like shrink the feet and the lower legs.
I don't know how to do that.
Everyone. I can show you if you hit me up.
Jerry's also been a bit of a homebody because he got electrical burns.
Also, we need to
Oh yeah, fucking Jerry.
Alas, poor Jerry, victim of his own hubris.
Hello. Does she mean vintage story?
Like,
No.
like Jerry learned his lesson.
Her character
Sort of.
trapped one of a version of Alice in Minecraft, alright? And I need her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it has been technically 3 weeks since that happened.
Yeah, no, Jerry would be fine.
Yeah, I thought it was 2. Missing off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't show up last week because I felt like death. I didn't know at the time it was COVID, but because I thought it was the aftermath of a flu shot. So I must have fucking picked it up from someone near the doctor's office. Or at the fucking Social Security office, because that's the only 2 places I went last week.
That's why I wash my hands vehemently.
Yeah, no, I keep a thing of hand sanitizer in my car.
100% never noticed.
So like anytime I get back into my car, immediately just like sanitize my hands. But yeah, it doesn't stop sick people from fucking showing up at work and coughing all over everything.
Oh, this is gonna be something to work through.
And despite trying to stay away from my mom, she got it too, so...
Am I not supposed to play Kise fucking stressed out?
Yeah. Also, I discovered I'm allergic to the antiviral medication they give for COVID.
Oh,
So that's fun. Yeah.
Oh
fucking
no.
sucks.
Like this when I got it.
So my doctor, he texted me through a script, and he goes, if you get any of these symptoms, stop taking it immediately. And, like, on the second day, I felt my throat starting to close. Like, it wasn't bad, but I'm like, yeah, nope, stop taking them.
Pour that.
My mom is on the exact same medication, she's fine. Like, she's completely fine. Like, she's not getting any side effects, except for, like, the one that everybody gets, which is the horrible metallic taste.
Mm.
The first sign that I was getting COVID should have been the fact that I lost my sense of smell. I couldn't smell anything for like a week, and that was a very unfortunate experience. Because the other 2 times I've had it, I lost my sense of taste.
Oh, that's terrifying.
But the telltale sign should have been the fact that I had to clean out the cat's litter box and I couldn't smell the smell of cat shit. So
Yeah.
it didn't register in my brain until I took a test. So it's like, oh yeah, that's COVID. Because we get those we have those 3-in-1 ones in Australia. So it's like COVID, the flu, and RSV.
I want that to be when she gets a phone call. But
COVID fucking sucks.
It does.
COVID is bullshit. My ribs hurt from coughing.
literally all I need.
Yeah, that checks out. That checks out.
I deliberately dose up on cough syrup and painkillers before putting my VR on. So, like, I can feel them starting to work because my ribs don't hurt as much.
Man, there was a lot of DMing for me today.
Fuck all did you do?
Well, it started with Skull because he mentioned before session last week? Question mark? At some point, he mentioned it to me while I was in VR during before session one of the meetings that they needed to talk to me about something. And I told them, yeah, they can go ahead, or that they wanted to DM me about something. I said, yeah, go ahead. He never did, so I reached out because I remembered because himbo brain.
Surprise.
And then that led into a spiral where I had to then DM Ari. That should have happened when things happened. And then miss you because of where certain things are placed.
Smile.
Fun.
It's fine. And then there's me who needs to DM people and doesn't message anyone ever.
Yeah.
Unless it's like
anxiety.
something like actually fucking time sensitive, I just don't fucking message people. Like ever. It's a bit of a problem.
Bother anxiety.
That's a whole ass mood.
And when I do message people, it's just like, okay, I keep it to like the bare minimum. Like I don't put I keep it short, sweet, and simple.
I had to write.
Say that not everyone has English as a first language, and I speak Australian English, not American English.
That is true. I had to write out a faux security report.
Oh. I haven't had to do one of... Actually, have I done... No,
Because there are things that are specifically... that were specifically for Mona.
Oh. Yeah.
Hello.
Either I got taller or you got shorter.
I'm crouching.
Yeah. I'm thinking, hold on, Asher's usually taller than Jaden.
But yeah, I half expect to get a DM to explain for something mid-session. So if I just I'll try to step away. But
Just like, I am terrible at messaging people, especially if I know that they're in the lobby like every week. Well, it's like, say if I needed to message you about something or like Shock or someone I know is here every week, I'll literally just wait until session to talk about it.
Well, this is mainly because
Right.
I should have done it a lot sooner.
I was using you as an example. Blah, blah, blah,
Okay.
blah.
And Miss U was busy, so I couldn't really, or I didn't
Valid.
DM her. So, but I did DM her today, and then I had to write a faux security report that Mona found. Well, no, okay, it's not a faux security report. A security report written by Sigurd.
Okay.
It's I'm about to. It's a summary of what happened 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
Because Mona found something
I
special.
might
Oh boy.
need to message Christy at some point because I might need to talk to specifically Injure about something. Because Jaden's gonna follow up on some things that he's heard.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Fun for me. It'll be fun for me.
We'll see.
If I can find the door button.
Alright, back to the character voice.
Hello?
You gotta go back. It's back. It's back away.
I actually can't find it.
I saw it. I saw it for a moment.
Oh.
Alright, so at least one appointment for today. So only one thing to do work-wise. Miss Prep, yes. One checkup needed. But I believe I have a couple members of the department who will help me with it, so I do not have to worry too much today.
That's good.
So we can focus the rest of the week on preparing for the ceremony.
Of course.
Oh, hello, dear. All right, Connie has been dealing with some things recently, so...
I've peeked into comms whenever I have the chance.
Yes, I've been attempting to, but with everything going on, I believe I at least have an excuse for that. I've at least kept to my department comms to let people know.
This way round, Miss Kise.
Thank you, dear. I assume she's not using a special theme.
I'm fine.
I don't know why I'm worried. My aura isn't gonna bother you. I'm fine.
I was going to say, I thought you may have had something else on you at the moment.
For some reason, those are evil.
The reason red is considered bad is because
I'm good.
most species' blood
I
is
suppose.
so blood being spilled and seeing blood is usually
What do you about? What? Huh?
It's not perfect, just fine.
light, and people get scared of what they don't know, like when
Because you still have technology in you, that helps with your voice and things like that, so...
evil. There you go.
It's all insulated. I did this.
Darling, it is
a year
not
ago.
about the insulation. It is not just about the electricity. Technology has a particular aura in and of itself.
It resembles passion.
It is like magnetism. It repels, darling. It is against everything that spiritual essence is. The electricity part is simply because I'm gold.
It's why I've gone through great lengths to craft runes.
1 second.
I know how to solve this situation.
There's not such a thing about solving. People have minimized things already.
I'm taking off this arm and this leg and replacing it with my key-powered ones.
Alright, that is something. That is what I thought. Goodness, I can be around lightning Kami. It's just a matter of... Hello, dear.
Also made it seem like
Hey.
soda.
Oh, Kise.
Yes?
Something I should specifically talk to you about. So,
I have something that disproves
could be a guild revenue problem, potentially.
scary theory.
Oh?
Everything bleeds red.
Do we need to speak in the security office? Is this a...
No, we can talk in the med bay.
Oh.
But since
Alright,
you're
just
the
know
one
that someone
made
has an
the
appointment today, so...
deal,
I see.
I'll keep it short and sweet.
Melting pot from hell.
I've been watching a few public channels and something caught my attention. Okay. Do you remember Cassie, the owner of the Nine Heavens?
Yes, I believe I may have seen something in comms about...
Yeah. She's dead.
That
I've seen
is what
multiple
I
reports
thought.
that confirm from what I heard, there was an attack specifically on her somewhere in the Mirak.
Which is unfortunate, though I heard that the heavens was already closing up and stopping our partnership, so I had not heard much since then.
So, well, that sort of answers the second half of my question, because I know the Heavens buys a lot of stuff from us.
Yes, it did. Though, at least from what Kami has mentioned, that is no longer the case. It had started to go in a different direction.
Well... shit. Only thing I see... The issue I see here is a potential revenue issue for the guild, because that money was funding a lot.
Very true, but it is not our only source of income, at least. Still have a partnership with the Metaverse Medics Association for our supplies in that sense, back and forth. So we are at least set for some, if not revenue, then supplies.
Alright, just, doing my due diligence, making sure you were aware.
Yes, I do appreciate it, darling. We shall figure something else out. I am certain it could not have been the only brothel in the entire world, dear. We have plenty to look into.
I know, but we also know people that worked there, are still working there. I don't know.
Yes, of course. Though I suppose Evelyn and Kami are already aware for the most part, but we can provide the list of the therapy service list that I've been using for people. If they need it, we can cover it.
Okay.
But thank you for making certain that I was aware, dear. It is unfortunate, but that is the nature of Saphira as a whole, it seems.
Well, a lot of people don't seem to know why she got targeted.
Seems to be very much a mystery in general as to why people are so violent over there, but I'm trying not to think about it, considering I have something else to focus on at the moment. I'm trying very, very hard.
I know. If I run into Charles or Cupcake, I'll see if they know anything, but...
That's appreciated, dear. Yes, all I say is give Give Kami and Evelyn and any of the others who are working there some leeway if you see them or speak to them. Know that they are going through quite a bit, I assume. Hello, dear.
Hello, Michael is here. Wanted to let me know that he is going to be coming in for a checkup shortly-ish.
Yes. Oh, hello, dear. Yes.
Is this
Yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew this was happening. Perfect. All right. Time to do some work and then I'm free.
Yeah, you're gonna take care of that. I don't think I can give you advice the way I give me advice.
No.
I don't have experience.
Echo
with
probably.
wings. Yeah, Echo or Athena or Pal or.
Do you have this covered or do you need my help?
I'll let you get more.
Thank you, dear.
Do you think I could use some additional help for the more biological side of things? Don't know, just from a glance, I can't tell if it's all magical, biological, or a mix of both.
Yes, I'm glad you were here, Tomiko-san. I assume we would at least need some expertise in that matter.
Prefer if they're here as well.
Wonderful.
Which one? This one's big. So one of these
that
two.
one for
Whatever is comfortable.
Yes, to make certain that we do not smack your new wings.
Yeah.
Do I sit down? What do I do?
Yes, feel free, dear. If that is if that is all right for your wings.
I think so.
All right.
I'll hang back and let you take head.
Okay, I'll try and do it. I'm gonna do a few simple stuff, just to be sure. Gonna touch a bit of the wings. Can you feel me touching them, or?
Yes.
I'm just going with the fact that Kise doesn't know that he's decided to still do it. She assumes that he decided against it and is just going to have either use one of his own sword or a stand-in sword for now and do it later if he absolutely wants to.
Just before I do this, I'm going to ask you. I'm gonna try and do a quick scanning spell.
Because I was not told ahead of time. Last thing we did for roleplay was her telling him that he doesn't have to do it right now, especially.
That's fine.
All right.
Knowing that there's undead situation and also,
Scanning Michael's body,
this is gonna be something.
Sense anything specific, or would it just seem more like Michael's? More just anything that would seem different of both either a normal person and Michael himself, just from the general feeling he's gotten over knowing him for the year being here.
She would probably have noticed that before he felt kind of human. Probably she's probably felt like spellcasters before, and she's felt like that. Now he doesn't feel human. And it's holy.
I see. Okay, I know this is probably going to be obvious, but from what I can tell, it seems that there seems some sort of holy magic coming from the wings.
Why is it getting stuck?
Or if it comes from anything specific, or just general holy.
Yes, that is certainly divine.
Yeah, it also seems
extremely.
to have also caused a change in species, for lack of a better term.
A bit more angelic now, I assume. Interesting.
Okay. It's bound to happen at some point.
I've not met many angels. This does seem similar.
No, it is fitting for you.
Yeah.
Should have seen Indra's first reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should ask though, just to make sure. Do you know? Did they just sprout from the out of your back while you were in this current outfit, or did you change outfit? Because if not, you might have trouble because it might have just torn a hole in your current clothes if it's not
Uh,
purely magical like mine.
I wasn't wearing this outfit. I had to modify it to get the wings through.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, I just wanted to ask and make sure.
Hmm.
Definitely seems a
That
lot.
was a fair question.
Yeah.
Do you have
Yeah.
much control over them at the moment, darling? Have you gotten used to them, I suppose? How long has it been?
4 days.
Do you have
Um,
control over being able to drape them properly or condense at all? I assume, how long did it take you to get them through your outfit?
probably like 40 minutes, but that was mostly because they're sensitive.
Oh, I suppose they would be at this point. All right. So
As for
sorry.
control, I can move them, but it feels like a muscle that I haven't used before.
Ah, yes, of course.
Is there?
That makes sense. Had similar thing with my wings when I first got them. Mostly be a matter of time, and like the sensitivity and the stiffness will go down. As speaking from experience.
My horns were really sensitive when I first got them.
Yeah, it's mostly just due to the fact of your
Which
body's
made it
not
even more
used to.
painful when I whacked them against doors.
Yeah. Your body's just not used to the sensation of having them, so now that it's there, it's all these new sensations are much more than the body would normally expect, as opposed to the rest of your body, which has been alive for who knows how many decades. I don't know your exact age, but it's been like 20.
Hi, you're
So-
like around the same age I am.
Same
Actually,
thing here.
the same age as me.
Like a few years younger than me. But yeah. I've,
Surprising you're older than me.
Yeah.
it's only
No, again,
only
a
about-
lot of the time, I'm just surprised a lot of people are older than me if they're shorter than me. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm above average for sure.
I know I was.
You're very tall.
I
Actually,
know I'm also.
you're like a tall Canopin woman.
Oh.
That's the name of like your race/culture that you were originally from, right, Canopin? I remember Indra saying that's what she was.
Canopus, you said, right?
Yeah, we're kind of genetically different just because of around 1,000 years of drugs and genetic, like, healthcare and things tends to change things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it appears much of that has changed at this point.
I'm going to trust you to take a look at it more on the biological side. Most of the stuff I can do is more leaning magically. I know you're the one who's special.
Hello.
Hello. I could check your vitals first. I think that'd be a good starting place. Not that I expect that it'd be much different, but good to check.
So suggest that perhaps a sample for the cold storage we can look into for the blood, even though it will most probably match what we have learned already about a more angelic nature, at least not human.
Listen to your. Well, I would normally listen to your heartbeat on your back, but you said your wings are sensitive, so I guess I'll just do it.
You can just do it in the front.
Yeah.
Steady and strong.
Sounds normal. Okay, take a deep breath for me. Hold it. And let it out.
That's normal too.
Sounds about right. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh, good.
Do you want? More things. I was going to ask for if you wanted to do the sample, and then I realized you're looking at the back, so I'm assuming you're not done.
Yeah.
We started to do that. Let me know when you're going to do that, because I am going to leave.
So.
Yeah. I'll be gentle. Get in touch.
Even once he is used to them, they'll still be much more sensitive than most of his other parts. probably closer to saying like something like probably about as sensitive as something like I don't know actually how to describe it.
The ear?
Yes,
Right.
maybe, yeah. Since it's much
Would you
more
say that's
important
comparable?
for like movement.
Right now, no. It's way more than that.
Yeah.
No pain when I touch it or anything, right?
No, it's just tingly. Kind of like if it goes up your spine. You're like,
Ah, makes sense. Well,
what happens when things
I'm
are
not
attached to your spine, I think.
yeah.
New skin, new everything set up would be
What I
expected,
know
I
about
suppose.
is normal.
Having something that is entirely new would be expected in that sense. The, what do they call it, the capillaries, that everything moving through it is quite raw because it is most recently made, so.
Not to mention the
Gain
brain
strength
is
over time.
it's not really used to it, so still developing the neural passageways in order to properly understand the new body part.
Yes, I think if anyone would be able to explain potentially how to use it in the future or get used to that, it would be Tao. Goodness, this is the second time I've had to ask you about helping someone with wings.
Yeah. If you,
Do you still want to do the saddle?
Yes, it's probably a good idea for you and for Ellis to take a look at that, but I'm going to leave the room for now. I will leave it to you two. But as far as I can tell, yes, the holy aura is very obvious, and it very much seems as if you may be more angelic in nature, but the blood sample will probably help a bit with that. But I will leave the rest to you all. Enjoy, dear.
Something that won't cause any problems for me considering I'm undead.
They left it up a bit.
Yeah.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Who's
Oh,
the
good.
king?
My team is the best. They make it so simple.
She was already
Don't
kind
count
of
your
on
chickens.
the light support.
The transplant is a bit more medical, more
Count your
mundane
chickens
kind
before they hatch. You don't know if they have intended
They have it well in hand. Very interesting.
It'll take a bit more time. The flesh thing.
What?
Is everything all right, Yada, my love?
Oh, we can't talk about that. Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, you might want to go help Jaden. There are new people who are asking about products.
Oh, I see. All right. Work.
turns her hand, turns her head.
I'll be here.
Ton.
Tim.
Jin.
You don't have to do it right now. You can contact me later.
Dragon blood. Big is a fucking understatement.
Hello, dear. Yes, there are newcomers. Hello.
Yes. This is Kise. She's head of our aftercare department.
Nice to meet you.
Kise, I was showing these
Howdy.
people around while you were busy with Michael. They're potentially interested in products and maybe an appointment with aftercare
Oh, lovely.
for various different things.
I see. Well, do tell me about these various interesting things, and perhaps I may be able to point you towards something that would help. We have quite a few products.
Yeah, so I've been told. First of all, howdy. My name's Benjamin. Human. This is one of my children, Odonata, but he's 18 and above. Don't worry.
Pleasure, dear.
He's one of the questions that I had was, he's not fully a synthetic. He's got organic bits and pieces inside of him, and as someone who's not a geneticist, I don't really know what to look for and what to identify as to what he may or may not be. But I feel like if I figure out what he is, then maybe we can take it a step further and figure out what to do with it. On top of that, I got two other kids at home of mine who are Unagi Joro. They're eel people, and they need things, skincare products to help keep themselves moisturized, so that their slime doesn't, dissipate and they dry out and get sick.
Ooh, that is exciting. That is exciting. I've not met an Inaki Joro in such a long time. Wonderful. We do have a few things that should help with that. Let us see. Several potion cells, things that can keep the skin moisturized properly.
The genetics part, I thought maybe
Yes.
getting them an appointment with Ellis.
Absolutely. Yes, we have a geneticist in our department. He's quite good at his job. But yes, we have had a few people come here searching for a bit more knowledge about themselves, which we are happy to provide.
Fair enough.
At the moment, Ellis is not here, but I do not know if you can be back next week. I can ask him if he can be around for an appointment. Or if you wish to leave a sample with, a potentially blood sample, I suppose, with one of our staff who is currently here, we can also send it along to him and have a bit more answers by the time you come back.
What do you think, little buddy? You want to keep a sample here, or would you rather come back at another time?
Yeah. I'm gonna give a sample.
You're alright with a sample?
I mind it. Yes, I am okay with a sample.
Thank you.
Yes, we have to make certain things. We do not want to cause any discomfort. But yes, at the moment, the other members of my team who can handle that are currently in an appointment, but once they are complete, if you are around for a bit longer, if that is all right, we can wait for them. Or I can potentially ask one of them if they are ready.
Give them the tour.
Yes, of
Show
course.
them the mocha holes. It's always fun showing new people that.
Oh, if you wish. Do enjoy.
It'll make sense in a minute. Come with me.
This place has
Thank you,
plenty of...
appreciate
Yeah, do enjoy. This place has plenty of history and a bit of story to it.
So I've heard.
Also, be careful with some of the doors. The madame does like to play tricks with us.
Because it's so long and ridiculous and very
But I
British.
don't think that's possible.
No, don't.
Well, that is undead.
Yeah. Your average undeadliness.
Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's
Yeah,
alright.
so,
Unusual thing happened.
everything is
But
mostly normal, other than the fact that his blood is gold now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes a bit more sense, potentially with the angelic nature, but we shall see what Elsa's tests show.
I told Tamiko to let any of your team know that, like, if they have an allergy, if she's undead, to not touch that.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah. So, like, I think
Yeah.
Devlin, probably the madame. I don't know who Ellis.
I'd be very upset if I couldn't
Ellis.
touch you.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be upset too.
Yeah, I mean,
Tomiko-san,
you know, kind of focusing on Holy, you should
if you
be
do not
able
mind, there may be one more in need of keeping a sample in cold storage for Alice to look at later. A newcomer came along looking to seek more information on themselves, partially synthetic, partially organic. They're currently getting a tour.
I can do that.
Thank you, dear. And thank you, Michael.
Oh, actually be stepping up, you know.
Yes, thank you, Tao.
No problem.
Who am I looking for?
They're currently...
If not sooner.
Of course.
Yeah.
Jaden is currently giving them a tour, but there is a gentleman and his 18-year-old son, who is the partial synthetic. They look a bit mantis-like. Golden exterior sorts. Almost golden. Quite easy to see. Yes.
Yeah.
Goodbye, good luck.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I believe they're looking at the library at the moment.
Okay. I'll wait until they're done.
Gonna have an invulnerable dictionary of the thesaurus just floating around in her.
Oh, bye.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You okay?
Oh, hello, darling.
Well, here I am. How are you feeling? Is there anything that y'all deduced about it?
It seems holy in nature.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
I was able to touch him alright and be fine though, but I did not touch his blood because I didn't feel
my
safe doing
blood's
so.
cold.
Yeah.
Then it may not be safe for certain races to touch, then, yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Because I'm undead and, like, I think part demon now.
Oh, come dear.
You're like an Indra calls us Isekaidians, kind of special cases. You might not be
Yeah.
a good. You might not be a good benchmark for undead or demon.
Yeah. Probably not.
She might be. I don't know. But
In which case, I'm not sure if touching him would be a good idea until we can ascertain.
I don't know.
Yes, let us wait until Ellis takes a look at the sample and go from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But have a whole phlebotomist check it over.
This means we can't hug. Oh.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, we can hug.
It's
That's
okay.
something.
I can hug her, but I don't know about you.
Yeah. You can live vicariously through our hugs.
You just pass it along.
That works, but
yeah.
Wait, no. I actually. So there. When
How are you?
When I was a kid, I got sick one time. I had a friend, and we couldn't hug because they were not sick, and I was sick. And all we do is just this gesture.
Something that I would do is I would hug my shark plushie, then they would hug my shark plushie.
Oh, yeah, I was just
That's
gonna
cute.
say, like,
That's really cute.
one thing that popped into my head was that I could hug him and then you could hug me.
They're the shark plushie.
I'm the shark plushie now.
Yes, that works. How you been?
Not so great. You heard the news parts, right?
I heard the news, yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah, if they figured out who did it and what's gonna happen now.
I think I'm just gonna let them take it from step by step from here.
I was going to say, if either of you need any assistance given what happened, I can certainly pass along the resources.
Is there any advancements from the toys maker peoples about a thing so that I don't set the carpet on fire?
Oh.
I am certain we can get something for that.
Yeah, I tried in order to make some headway on that, but that requires alchemy, which I don't know anything about.
Well, luckily we have Ambrosia and Leaky.
Hi, Sarah.
Yeah.
Hi, Evelyn.
Answer a book.
On the red eye.
Right.
Oh, no. I'm keeping this arm now.
If you have the money, I also have a lot of
Alright.
territory
For the most part, my work is complete.
that I've claimed.
I need something non-flammable in case what happens at the school happens again.
Yeah, I typically claim things like jungles and forests. However, I have claimed
Hopefully you are not too bored.
barren areas as well.
Nope.
Like dry plains. That's like nothing but just grass.
That was a stroke of genius.
Dry
I'm
grass.
kind of proud of myself on that one. I made an encyclopedia written in the slime language that has a rune of invulnerability 2 casted on it.
Come over to my place and I'll bring
So
you to that location.
she can have knowledge that she can't dissolve in a book readily available for her to read.
You'll be able to just come and go as you please.
Oh, that is
She can't
lovely.
retain it.
To it. It's a very
Yes,
trackable
it's
area.
it's limited
Under
knowledge,
jungle
but
protection.
it'll help her out.
It's literally just a location in the middle of nowhere.
Something is always better than nothing, dear.
I will have a portal designation, but I will
Yeah.
not put it in the middle. I will not leave it open.
Alright, so
When I give some
Michael should be all set up with the rest of the caterers that are coming in. Joson already set up he showed us the ceremony. I believe that should be easy enough. My sword is now complete, and which are you just going to use your gold one for now?
Plus, technically, that makes part of his soul.
That gold one isn't a proper family sword.
Yeah, and technically,
Well, we
That
do not
gold
have
one
on
is
for
not
now,
a-
so.
that plains area, it's just a bunch of grass.
For now, I guess for rehearsals and whatnot, we can use that, sure.
Theoretically,
What do you mean for rehearsals?
system and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, darling, it is on Thursday.
I am aware. It won't take long.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, and
I have to get it. The sword. Kise, I haven't gotten the sword yet.
Yes, because I thought you were going to just use a stand-in and get it later if you need.
I'm just gonna start a burn line ahead of it and then just cut it all off.
That would be a dishonor to my families and those who came before me.
What are you talking about? I believe they would be fine with you doing this given what is happening currently. I thought that was the whole point.
Actually, no, they wouldn't. They would call me a coward because I wouldn't face the Draugrs in my own family crypt.
I have a place to. I'll set up a extinguisher.
Just it's easier said than done because the Draugrs are your...
I need to grow the herbs.
Yes, hence why I doubt they would say such a thing if they had to deal with that themselves. Also, why... Darling, it is 3 days away.
I know, Kise. I am aware.
Then I am
The
very
urgency
confused.
is not lost on me.
But yeah, I explore a lot, so I have a lot.
How long is not long? What are you...
Territories that I've claimed.
My dear, it seems I have failed to accurately portray who Frida was exactly to me, and why I'm having such difficulty facing them.
Darling, I know very well this. Which is why I thought you were going to wait. If it was going this long. Not 3 days before the ceremony, not 2 days before the ceremony, not... It is going to take time to deal with this, you know that? I mean, in your head. In your head.
Maybe not.
Yeah. If there's not, I can.
It is not just prep. It is the aftermath.
It's kind of essential to my existence. You want a flaming sword? Magic-based creature.
I do have fire magic though.
Which is why I'm terribly confused at the moment.
Out of character note. Yes, any location that she's found via her rune disc, which that is one.
The best way I can describe it, Kise, is that she was essentially you. The way I feel about you now, that is her.
In fact,
for me then.
If she can actually sense Layla,
You think I do not know that? I know that very well, which is why I'm confused as to why you are saying you are still going to do this so close to the wedding.
It's because I'm afraid.
I have no idea.
Then you do not have to. You can have a stand-in for the wedding. That is what I assumed you were going to do.
It is clearly... It is not that simple, my dear. I understand that you don't fully understand my people and our beliefs.
That doesn't mean you can't go places without the Layla.
I thought I understood that more, but...
They're forever, right?
You understand what that may mean? But... Oh, dear.
Okay, so you are safe. To go there and chat.
Apologies, dear, just a bit of confusion going on at the moment. If this is about, you're part of the catering, are you not?
I'm not gonna bother you with that. I can handle it.
Yes, I would also suggest speaking to, well, Michael there has been working on things, and I figured you two could work together, so thank you, dear. What is Wyatt?
Like the day I bring her there, you'll find out.
Darling, it is in 3 days. I'm talking to caterers, and... What is... You're going to leave?
To call it off?
No!
Is that what you're afraid of?
No, I do not even know if you'll show back up in time. It is 3 days away, my love.
Of course I do.
I do not know what state you will be in when you return. That is what I am worried about. This is not something you just rush up and you just show up happy. And I thought the point of the wedding was for us to be happy. So what is this about?
Kise, the point of the wedding is for us to be wed.
Yes, it is supposed to be the best day of our lives. Up to that point.
I'm aware. You make me happy whether we are or not.
And yet you're going to be dealing with someone who is essentially me, you say?
Which is why it has been difficult.
Yes. Which is what I am worried about. You are going to show up terrified or broken or who knows what.
Kise, I'm already broken. I have been broken for a very long time, if it hasn't been abundantly apparent. You are marrying someone who is damaged goods and has been for about 20 plus years. Longer than that even.
And I have seen you fill that crack, each of those cracks, with something much better for the past several years, and I'm worried that it is all going to break apart again. I do not want to look into the eyes of a man who may just be looking past me at a ghost that he just saw and dealt with on our wedding day. Do you know how much that terrifies me?
Kise, I see ghosts every day.
And yet you have been waiting because this one terrifies you more than all of them. Can you see how that would make me worry?
Yes. I don't know what to tell you, Kise. I understand you're upset. You have every reason to be.
I have every reason to be many, many things right now. You want to terrify me? Do you want to worry me? Do you want me to have to look into the eyes of the person I love and see someone from perhaps even before I even met you, that kind of broken, that kind of terrified, that kind of thing on our wedding day?
Do you think I want that?
It is sounding like it because you were deciding to do this now.
I mean, it just has to hold the pipes and stuff.
Birds do.
Oh, yeah, that you can do. I'm just saying I don't know I just don't know the construction quality version.
For the most part, the hydroponic thing won't
I'm the only working security right now. So.
I need to take a moment. Alone.
That'll do it.
I gotta get. If someone manifests, I'll head outside, but I keep an eye on things.
You know, in most cases,
you alright, Kise?
Honestly, do not know right now.
I'll be around if you need me, okay?
Thank you, dear. But yes, it is best you not be around me right now.
I'll leave you be for the moment, alright?
Thank you, dear.
Come on, everyone.
The hydroponics.
Yep.
Anything that you know about?
But yeah, whenever you
But you know he was still going back to that crypt. So close to the wedding. I thought he was going to have a stand-in sword.
Whatever other realm type plans here.
I didn't know. I asked him if he wanted me to go with him. He said no.
Well, you quite literally can't.
This is far too close.
Okay, this person can comment.
You know what he was going to deal with in there, do you not? Did he tell you?
Yes, I know what he's dealing with. And I know who he's dealing with.
Then you should know this is utterly ridiculous to do this so close to the wedding.
My understanding is
But he's just broken.
say he will be fine. I trust
You don't know
Sigurd
that.
to do the right. I trust him to do the right thing. And those two glaring shield maidens that follow him around everywhere are also tagging along.
This is not about them or him doing the right thing.
I know.
He may be thinking he's going to do the right thing, but then he comes back looking at me, looking straight through me because he's seen a ghost. I do not want to see him the way I saw him the day we first met. I do not want to lose everything we've built up to this moment. If that's the first thing I see on our wedding day, I do not know.
It won't.
You cannot say that with 100% positivity, Jaden.
I know that.
This is too close. This is too close.
You see? You trust Sigurd, don't you?
I trust that he thinks he's doing the right thing. That he wants to do so badly for us, but I am terrified of the reality of the situation if things do not go exactly as he thinks they are going to go. And I have to think about that.
And any rational person would be. Hell, if I was in your shoes and it was Mori dealing with that, I'd be fucking scared shitless.
He might get some more powers from it.
Would you want to go up to your own wedding days, terrified of everything and the potential of what will happen at the end of the moment?
At this point, he eats.
When it is actually supposed to happen.
The bad thing about it was the crystal cracked down the middle.
Yeah.
But I
talked
do
about
know
this.
this is something important for him. Very important for him. Important for him, important for his culture.
I uncharged it, but I'm gonna give it to him and be like, hey.
I know it is important to him and his culture, however much he thinks about it, but we could have postponed things. I was not expecting him to do it the very last second, not knowing how he is going to handle things when he gets back. I do not know if it will be a day or a week. Maybe he will not even come back in time. Maybe he needs that time.
If he is not back this day by the morning of the wedding, I will go and find him myself.
The wedding. What happens if he looks like he is seeing a ghost? What happens if he looks utterly despondent on a day that is supposed to be the best day of our life?
Kise, let me worry about Sigurd's mental state. Let me do my job.
That is my job, Jaden. Your job is to protect us.
It's mostly Jaden's very busy in conversation.
Kiss Artworth, and then shortly after
Fair enough.
Red Wild, where there's a guy called Lupin who has an enchanted fishing rod.
I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure on the relationship.
I'm supposed to be his wife, and I do not want to get up on that altar and see
Daughter, stepdaughter, adopted.
someone empty staring at me, and perhaps even staring right through me and not seeing me. That is terrifying to me.
How do you know he will be staring at you empty?
How do you know he will not? I know. I have heard. I know what he's going to be dealing with. And that takes time. I am the head of aftercare for a reason. I understand that there needs to be aftercare, especially for situations like this, and he's not going to have any.
But while I was in my room, I left the door open and heard and smelled.
You could have told me. We could have pushed it back, but
bloody. Yeah.
he's not giving himself enough time, and I'm terrified of that.
She's fine now.
And now I'm going to spend the next few days wondering what will happen.
Pretty sure.
And I should be preparing and being excited, and I'm none of that, and neither is he going to be. Is that not the point?
Most people do
No.
self-care, they don't.
Okay.
Doesn't look like a ferret.
Yes and no. Surely you gotta know by now that nothing ever goes truly to plan.
This should be the one thing that does.
I don't know.
That's pretty standard.
Luna now has a very big.
I've been working for months to make this perfect for both of us.
Let me give you an example of something. My older brother's wedding. Everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong.
Replacing her arms.
But what does
Peter
that
got
entail,
sick from eating
Jane?
food. Poachers showed up.
Apparently.
A large party of them.
I'm not going to say why, because that's her own stuff to deal with. But
specifically never go to severe,
yeah.
like you specifically.
This sounds like
I-
a talk that Vex needs to have with
I know it's not the same.
Yeah.
I would say it is not.
She came to the jungle, got healed up, enjoyed her time there when she actually woke up.
I'm just
She ate a lot of the purple meat, which is
trying to explain my point of view using experiences I have, which admittedly isn't a lot.
those to refill me after I've passed out from using up all my nutrients. So the fact that she ate like 10.
Admittedly, I haven't never been to a human wedding.
That was
This is not even a human wedding. This is.
a lot of nutrients needed.
Like, if I think back when I was a human,
But are your weddings not supposed to be joyous occasions?
nutrient-rich carrots.
Even if things go wrong, are they not supposed to inherently be?
They,
Are they supposed to be
Inherently,
terrifying
yes.
and?
Are they always enjoyable experiences? Absolutely fucking not.
I'm gonna tell people this, that way in case something happens to me.
I got into a brawl with Morgan's husband on her wedding day.
Except in here,
Or so.
you got nutrient-rich
product,
carrots.
skin product, and everything has been.
But did Morgan have to look into his eyes and vice versa and potentially see someone traumatized?
Wow.
Down
that sort of aesthetic
about
does
here.
mean well to, oh, this person looks like they
That's
had
where
a
the
lot of
carrots
money
are.
on them.
You have a
This is
sleeve
where
of
the carrots
clothing
are.
that accesses your fridge.
Yeah.
It's funny that people would think that.
I know something, but I don't know if it's my place to say.
If that's the issue, if you do go to Siberia,
Wow.
I would say, like, don't wash your hair or greasy, but with your
It doesn't work.
angelic stuff, yeah, I
Interesting.
don't think that's gonna work at this point.
Morgan's husband took her kids.
It took a bit to get
Before
this.
the wings.
It's a little enchanting thing.
Took them straight up and just walked out without saying a word to anybody.
Stuff that I,
So,
What was that?
but it's constant.
That's why she left home. Why she's here.
my hair changed. I used to have like a. It was actually around your length of hair right
I
now.
enchanted the
Like
thread.
a little longer, and it was like bright straw blonde, like yellow blonde.
Oh, so
Her husband was an asshole to everybody except for her, and he ended up leaving and taking her kids with him.
Hair tone.
Ah.
Like that.
But that's not the point I'm trying to make.
So whenever somebody says that person needs some milk,
The point I was trying to make is, no matter how much we plan for something, or think that things will be a disaster, we never truly know what it's gonna be like until the moment it happens.
What you really need to do is buy a little brush.
Nice.
Yeah, I just put water.
We can at least try to minimize any potential risks.
chocolate's still in there too.
I still do all this stuff anyway, which is good.
That's why I've been working so hard to set everything up and make things good. And
You know how sometimes I'll just pull a giant leg of one of the
if
things.
he needed more time, if he wished to do this first, we could have pushed it back, but
Some people have suggested that bra holding.
the worst I was thinking is maybe, yes, something goes wrong with the catering, or something falls over and breaks, or something not that he shows up terrified and traumatized, and I have to look into his eyes and say how much I love him, and how much I'm looking forward to things when he no longer looks like the man that I wanted to marry.
And something even worse than that could happen, like one of his gods showing up, or someone like McKay showing up and crashing the wedding.
I present my case. Funny boobies.
Even that would be better,
The main reason I haven't.
because we can deal with that together. I do not know if I can deal with him in a broken state.
Before, and I'm just like,
And pretend like we can get through this wedding. When he just needs more time.
These rings have
really avoid.
and there's a lot of wings
Padded and then
around the outside of this glowing.
I cannot ask him to go through this and look me in the eyes and say how much he loves me if he is looking into her face when he does it. Because it is too soon after he looked at it again.
okay, so for you, it's just that
The bra has pockets in it that need holding. It's not the entire bra. It's a bra holding.
I would have given him all the time in the world. I will still give him all the time in the world, but he seems more like he wishes to do this and just come back and assume that it will be fine.
Okay, so.
And that kind of stress is not just his.
You become a being of pure energy. You ascend.
The thing about angels is that they often will say when they first see a mortal, "Be not afraid." And I think that stems from the fact that when you look at an angel, physically
I don't know how long you've had it, but I just noticed it.
Let me guess. Does it give it to you?
Have you ever had? Actually, I have a younger sibling.
Even if he did need more time,
Well, you know.
Hit them by mistake or something, and something.
how much more? We don't know how long that time frame would even be. It could be days, months, or even the rest of his natural life.
My brain did not
He's mortal like me.
Since I'm married, the angel comes
I know,
down.
and that doesn't need to.
Really important news, but they know they'll freak out the humans, so they're just like, don't be not afraid.
He made an oath to me that we would get married before the end of the year, and that we would go towards the goal of being together forever. But
My son was kidnapped.
I want to make sure he stays here. I could wait.
Happens to you that you don't like, someone could probably help you like reverse.
I would wait for him. I just want to make certain that it is him.
So you're in good hands here, I guess. Other than that,
I can.
I just wanted him to be happy.
I actually can change the way that my body looks too. Like, if I want to, I can get rid of these horns. But
What I've seen and what I know, which admittedly I don't know a fucking lot. I don't pretend I know anything. I only know the things that I know.
No, it's not like it's an obligation.
Yeah.
Well, at least for you. Like, I have to go.
Why I think he's trying to do this is it is important for him. It's important for you. The reason I say it's important for you is because him doing this could let him come to terms with what happened. Finally let him move on from what happened. I don't know jack shit about this other woman, other than she was his fiancée and she's dead. I don't know how many years ago this was, I don't know her name or anything else about her.
It seems like you're going the more traditional angel, just doing a thing where you look like a human.
But I think he needs to do this to let himself move on.
I can agree with that, but right before the wedding, again, there needs to be time to process all of it, and he's not going to give himself any.
Yeah.
Oh, not just pale, but also like.
It's literally sparkly.
Is the timing unfortunate? Yes.
It's more than unfortunate.
Dex says he's busy. Probably. So he's busy.
I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I possibly can. Because I'm also trying not to upset you. So I'm thinking about my words very carefully.
That's very nice of you.
Transformation isn't, trust me.
I am scared, Jaden.
Isn't always a willing and welcome thing.
I wasn't expecting to be scared right now. I was expecting to be happy and excited, and I wanted him to be as well. But maybe the first time. And I have to worry that it is all going to become undone. And I cannot even cry.
I'm very willing to help you change parts of yourself you don't like.
Used to it or not, dear. It's called boundaries for a reason.
Yeah.
Now,
something I probably need to warn you about.
Aside from that, dear, you seem to be a little at the moment. I'll talk to you later, Michael.
Did you want to find somewhere else where we can talk? That way people can't overhear us.
Yes, it's probably for the best.
Alright. Did you want to talk to the security office?
Welcome back.
Probably one of the more private places we can talk.
I suppose that answers if I can approach. Take it is.
Perhaps back in the back room, away from the technology. I do not need that added on to things right now.
Good point. Roland. I was just flagging Roland down to keep an eye on things.
I want to keep away from people wandering through.
We're gonna be assured of one thing, no one's coming down through there unless it's Mona.
Exactly.
Maybe Ice, but I don't think Ice would be down there.
No, probably not.
How can I just talk about this by using... You remember a couple years ago when that entire month where I was completely fucking miserable? Because at least picked Cassius over me. Then I met Mori up in the cathedral. After Welker had found her out in the woods with some other Aegis agents. That was where I first met her. They were up in the garden and she scowled at me because I was giving Mocha shit because she had gotten me drunk, and a significant amount of my money was gone because apparently I had blown a lot of it on new jewelry. Over time, his thoughts just changed. Moved away from what was going on with Elise towards Mori. Well, you know how that came out, and it wasn't until 4 or 5 months later that Elise and Mori actually met. And that's when I told Mori about what had gone on with Elise. Mori looked at me and said, well, why didn't you go after her? And without even thinking about it, I looked at Mori and said, she didn't pick me. That was the moment I realized I had moved on. After all the shit I had been dealing with mentally, socially. Do I still not like Cassius? Yes, but that's because I think he's a self-pretentious prick. But that's my
I'm not
opinion.
quite certain at the point you're trying to get to, Jade.
The point I'm trying to make is I had to go through that experience on my own to come to terms with what happened and move on. You have every right to be terrified about what Sigurd's going to do. And as to why he's going there. But I truly believe he needs to do this to come to terms with what happened. And to move on properly. So that he can spend his days with you for as long as the two of you are around.
So you're saying he was not even ready to get married?
I believe he is. He wouldn't have asked you if he wasn't.
So he's just torturing himself to prove it to himself.
I wouldn't say that. What I would say is it probably wasn't a thought of something he would have to deal with until wedding preparations actually started.
Yes, and they became even worse than he expected. And I told him he does not have to do this now. We could have a stand-in sword. He could do it when... still have a happy day, and then he can handle that, and I would still be there, but... I do not want him to do this to himself now. I was not expecting him to do this level of whatever it is to himself right now. He told me he is broken. He told me he has always been broken, and that is not... It is not the same. He has gotten better. I do not want him to get worse again. I am worried that he is... He is going to make it worse for himself for no reason other than some strange pride or... what do they even call it in the common language? The approval of people who did not understand or accept him back when they were alive. He's told me so many stories about how he was cast aside by these people, and yet he needs to prove himself to them for some reason, and he's willing to harm himself to do it. I do not want to see that. They do not deserve that. I know his culture is important to him, but they should not be.
If I've learned anything since my kids came around, it's that cultural habits are not easily cast aside. Hell, first shed for my kids. I gathered a pear from each of them. I burnt it. 'Cause that's what we did back home. For children that lived long enough to get to that age. Because it was a sign that they might actually live to grow. I know that where we are now, there are things that actually keep my children alive. But for nearly the past year, I have been terrified that I will wake up and see all of them dead. Because that's all I ever saw back home. I was in a litter of 9. I had 8 other siblings that were born with me.
But is any of the things that you are doing right now, Jaden, culturally or otherwise, is that for the approval of your father or anyone else in your group? Or is it for you and your family? Because you've learned that you're better off. I've heard nothing but terrible stories about very many people of his family, of his group, except perhaps his mother. And yet he is clinging to things and some need for the approval of ghosts that he did not deserve, and they did not deserve him in the first place. I do not want him losing what he has gained so far. Chasing shadows.
I wish I knew what to tell you there, but I don't.
I do not expect you to. I just want you to understand why this worries me so much.
I know. I do hear you. What I was intending to do was try to dissuade some of your fears, but I think I've only made it worse.
At the very beginning, I'll admit, I was so happy. Way back when he first said that he loved me and he was willing to protect me and give his soul to me, but I don't know what that's so.
Well, I remember that day he went and bought those guys over some tobacco. Because he wanted to get you something fancy.
He could have died back then, and I did not even think about it because I did not understand how much I felt.
I did not think much of him when I first met him. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I thought he was just another human merc with a sword.
And he probably felt that he was even less than that. From what I have seen so far and what I have heard now, I do not want that to happen again. I do not want him to take steps backwards. Perhaps it will help him step forward in the first place, but I do not want to see him go back at all. For even a moment. He does not deserve that.
No one deserves that.
No, but he thinks he does. He's always been like that. He puts everything on his shoulders. Because he has to, because of his culture, because of his people, because of his duty, because
I
of...
have been trying my utmost to help him there. Trust me. Hell, today I finally found out why those two glaring shield maidens hate me. Apparently they were promised to be housegirls and they don't think I'm deserving of the title.
I've not even been able to speak to them
Who
yet.
promised them that idea? I have no idea. Oh, they don't talk to me. They just sort of glare at me like I'm a stray animal.
Yes, I was even jealous of them at one point, but it's not the same.
Trying to think of what I could say. Not make things worse. Because I know what I want to say. But I don't know if that'll make it worse or not. Because you know me, you know I'm not very articulate.
For the love of all the call me Jaden, just say it.
Sigurd I met 2 years ago, I thought nothing of him. Versus the Sigurd I know now, the difference is literally night and fucking day.
I agree with you.
Do you really think he would have changed that much over the last 2 years if he didn't have you around? You have seen everything he's been willing to do for you. Hell, he even blew you your first shrine.
Yes. I am not claiming otherwise, Jaden. I'm very much not humble, and I know that.
You have your days where you're a pain in the ass.
What does that
Would
have
you
to do
rather
with
me
anything?
be honest with you? Absolutely nothing. I was just saying that some days you can be... Actually, I'm not going to continue that thought right now.
As I was going to say, I was still waiting for the point. I would like to think I help, and I believe I have. What I'm worried about is losing all of that so far. Because he decided to traumatize himself for people that he kept telling me over and over again did such horrible things to him. Or for someone that, yes, he loved dearly, I know. But he and I were both expecting he would just have to go into the same crypt. Not having to look her in the face and talk to her. No one should have to go through that. No one.
Admittedly, I also don't think he counted on any of them being reanimated undead.
Yes, exactly! Which is why, even more so the point that he should not have to do that. It is for a tradition that he can wait for until it otherwise is dealt with. It is for a tradition of a large group of people that he has kept telling me did not give him the respect that he deserved. Did not treat him like a person. And I do not understand why he is putting that so much more highly over his own happiness and his own mental state, so close to our wedding. The point where we are supposed to go past all of that and find our own future together. And yes, I was pulling some of his traditions into it because they mean so much to him, but that one should not have to be. Especially not like that. I'm worried that he is so focused on the past and about that part of himself that he is not looking towards the fact that we are making something new together. And I do not want him to lose sight of that. And I'm afraid he's going to, if only for a little bit. And that even that is too much. They do not deserve that. They do not deserve him. They do not deserve any bit of his mind.
I know. You are right when you say that.
But he will not listen to that. He will not even listen to me about that.
Oh, I asked him if he wanted me there. He wanted me to go with him, if anything, just in case to make sure that nothing that's outside the crypt gets in. He told me that it was something he has to do himself. Is that reassuring? Hell no! Trouble is with this whole situation, none of us really know what's going on in Sigurd's head except for Sigurd.
I have quite a few guesses. From what he has told me and otherwise. That is why I'm concerned. Because quite a bit of it is because of those people that should not matter anymore to him. I'm not saying that about Frida.
Was that her name?
Well, this tradition is not about her. I suppose it would have been.
But he's not going into that crypt to get his father's sword for her. He's going into that crypt to get his father's sword for you.
Not even his father's. That would have been even worse.
What do you mean it's not his father's?
Why would he even try to get... His mother was not... His mother was not married. And the one that claimed to be his father at the time that may have been in there tried to get him killed. Uncle tried to kill him.
I'm sensing a theme of like one particular trauma across multiple people that come to this guild. Because there are several of us here that have all had our fathers try to kill us at one point in time.
Terrible fathers, yes, seem to go in this guild, yes, which is again why family traditions are not something I see much sway in for Sigurd. That may be callous, I know it is his culture, but I've heard too many stories of family members that I would have rather destroyed myself, if I could have. Some of them he did.
Believe me when I say that if I ever get the chance to kill my father, I'm gonna fucking take it. But saying that, if I'd be able to see my mom, or my sister, or people from my own pack, just even be able to talk to them or have them see my kids.
His sister was a problem. That is slowly being taken care of, I've heard, and his mother I do not believe is there, because I met her. You cannot tell him this.
She's alive?
Not in the same way. Again, you cannot tell him this. But she visited me once. She told me not to tell him, and I have not. I suppose she's become some sort of guardian, in a sense. Valkyrie, something like that.
I can understand perfectly why he might have a few issues with that.
Yes.
Both good and bad.
Which is why I'm saying that I believe anyone in that crypt, besides perhaps Frida.
Besides Frida.
Should not matter to him. Not in any way that involves harming himself like this. And I know he can take swords and guns and everything like that over and over and over again. He keeps doing that, but he has had enough harm here. He does not need to be torturing himself. Yes, that is what I am saying, and now he is going to go back to that 3 days before the wedding and perhaps showing up to the wedding right after that with nothing.
I do have one example. I don't think it's exactly the same, but it might help. I don't know. You know how the outside of the matter is shaped, right? You know that Mori and Mocha used to be slaves in Altem. You see those as slaves there. The house that Mori was in looked almost identical to Mona's manor. The first time Mori came here, she froze. I sat with her out in the courtyard for over an hour before she could even take 3 steps towards the manor. Now when she comes here, she can do it without a second thought. I know it's not the same.
Yes, how long did that take?
Few months, give or take. But that was also dealing with a literal hundreds of years of trauma. Am I saying it's the same? No. I'm just...
Yes, I am certain you would not have set up a wedding between you two on that day. Or the very next day, seeing that in front of the manor. And she would not have done that to herself.
Remember when I proposed to Maury a while back? Last time I saw Mona, Maury pulled me aside because I wanted to tell Mona about it, and that's what she told me. She didn't want to get married because she still needs to figure things out. Obviously, she's not going anywhere, but she's got a lot she has to deal with. All of her trauma, her history with Mocha. Because I know for a fact she moved to me because I started off more or less as a rebound. But that's not what I was trying to say. It's times like this where I wish I had really told you how to speak primordial. It's because common is such a stupid fucking language.
It is, it very much is.
I guess all I can really say is we need to let Sigurd do what he thinks he needs to do. And I think what we can do is deal with it come what may. Is it going... Could it be a disaster? Yes. But it could also be the best thing for him. Much like with anything, any situation, we never truly know how anything is going to go. I mean, hell, 2 years ago I never saw myself where I am now. I never saw myself with more money than I could count and kids.
Of course, dear. But I believe at least a few days ago you could have a general sense.
What I was doing a few days ago was watching my kids sleep. Because I still have that fear in the back of my mind.
Sorry.
That they could just die at any point and I'd be powerless to stop it.
Man, I get no time off this week for...
I know you have great power as a kami now. There are some things that are just out of our control.
No, it is because I do not have great power. There are an infinite number of us. We are not the same as his gods. I have more power than I had, but I am not.
His gods are also very, very old.
Yes. I am a Kiseru.
Far older than any of us here.
I am a Kiseru who is terrified that the one person that has ever said that they would love someone like me is going to harm himself for no reason at all other than some semblance of traditions that he does not even quite understand why he still does. Because it is certainly not for the reasons that it is meant for. I have to tell Joe to prepare for putting it off to another day, telling everyone that they need to go home because the groom showed up. staring off into the distance as if he. I do not know how to stop the worry of something that seems so obvious.
It may seem obvious to you. I don't know if it seems obvious to him.
That he should not torture himself 3 days before his wedding day was something he has kept saying that yes, it terrifies him. Maybe ridiculous at times, but he is smarter than that. He is. He can be so foolish, but he is also smarter than that.
I know. It does sometimes depend on the day, though.
And I was hoping that would not be today, or tomorrow, or the day after that, or the day after that.
I know. I'm gonna ask you what is most likely a stupid question, but everything you've been telling me, did you explain that to him? The way you've explained it to me?
Thought I had. But he decided to go for a walk for part of it, but.
And how many times has he gotten up and gone for a walk and realized that he's being a fool?
I can think of a few times. I can also think of a few other times where I had to go. When I had to be the one to do it.
I know those shield maidens are going to be tailing him. So if there is any physical danger, they will intervene. I know at least that much.
As they will come along, but not you. Or did they tell you? Did he tell you that? That he's letting them come?
Yeah. I don't necessarily think he's letting them.
But he knows they're going to because they did not tell you that.
I asked him earlier if he wanted me to go with him. He said no. I trust him, he say.
I trust him to do what he thinks is right. However, I have also seen that go very, very wrong before. I do not want that to happen again.
I don't know what I can say. I really don't.
I do not know either. Will you at least understand?
I understand why you're worried. You have every right to be worried.
Or do you think I should just sit back and deal with it and hope for the best? When I also have to prepare for the worst.
What I think you should do right now is go and talk to him. Because I genuinely don't know what else I can do to help. I am bound by oath to follow his orders. He has asked me not to follow him into that tomb. Do I like it? No. But I need to respect his word.
And you are willing to defend it, as a housecarl, I assume would. I do not fault you for that. But once again, it comes down to the usual conversations, does it not?
Cannot protect him in this matter. I've told myself if I can't be by his side, I will be by yours. Helping you deal with the chaos for the next few days.
Yes. That's exactly what that is it not? Yes,
Chaos can be good and bad.
I know very well. And I do not know in any world where this is the good kind. Just give me a minute, Jade, and then I will go speak to him.
Alright. Do you want me to come with you or no?
I appreciate it, but I believe this is usually going to turn into the one-on-one conversation it ends up tending to be.
Alright. If you need me, come find me.
Now I'm going to take a moment because I'm going to need this. Give me a brief second. I'm probably gonna mess up both of them. It's good roleplay, though. This is fucking good roleplay. I haven't had... Bonjour. Do not mind me. I had to go AFK for a moment. Welcome. Don't mind the ridiculousness. This is totally roleplay improv. This is all good. This is very good. This is good shit. Whew, I haven't felt like I've been properly, like, emotional for a bit. Even with Kokiri. Of course she is. What she's heard. Now where's my back-facing camera? Damn it. I'm gonna reset my avatar real quick. There we go. I'm gonna fly back on. Okay, I can at least voice act again. I'm sorry, I'm very quick to... It's very easy to, like, cry in character, even though technically, like, I can't stop myself when I'm feeling sad, but even though Kise can't actually cry in this form. But damn, it's always interesting getting that dramatic thing, but I like to think that she at least has good points. Do some of them come from a selfish place? Yes, but at the same time they don't. And, like, it's very rare that I can argue a point well enough to change someone's mind, even a little bit. So I will take whatever I can get.
Oh, Miss Kise?
Yes, dear.
Are you busy by any chance?
I am sorry, dear, did not hear you.
Are you busy?
At the moment, perhaps. What did you need?
I wanted to get a checkup, but if you're busy, I know I'm fine. I would prefer to have one from a monster expert.
I see. Well, if you need a checkup, I believe Tomiko-san is around. Devalin may still be, I do not know.
Sorry, who?
Tomiko-san, I suppose she calls it zombie somewhat. Sitting over there talking to the others. Devalin is also maybe around. There she is, actually. If she is willing. And I do not know if Tao is still around. Hello, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone was wondering if you're still open for customers.
Are you referring... Who is referring to that? And what do they wish?
Smokes, or to learn about what kind of smoking products you have.
I may need a few minutes for that, but... do you still have the pamphlet that you're using? Could you pass that along to them?
Of course.
Thank you, dear.
Are you gonna be okay?
We shall see, but first I need to have a discussion.
Would you want me to make you something? Dessert, maybe?
At the moment, I will not be able to have it.
Okay.
I just need to get this over with, I suppose. I was going to say, if afterwards otherwise, if you're willing, Asha here was looking to get a checkup. If not, I can ask Tomiko-san.
I can do it.
Thank you, darling.
Alright.
I go need to find someone.
Thank you, Miss Kise.
She's not taking any customers right now, but I do have a product pamphlet and the product itself that on the pamphlet that I can send you.
Not that big. It's a little
Sure,
bit
that works too, I suppose.
No, I gotta go do a checkup here real quick.
Alright.
Hey, Din.
Yeah, I'm used to living in the city myself.
Yeah. Basically, all of my
I assume he is outside. Could you open the door for me?
various different kinds
Sure.
of environments, but they're really.
I'm not sure where outside, but
I don't think.
I can help you look for him.
Just so long as I can get out the door is my biggest problem. Thank you, darling. Malevolent energy of the manor does not help my mindset, but I suppose it would not. And the Boa Hancock point? Oh, absolutely. It's been a while since I've seen it. I think I know what you're talking about. Though maybe not at the moment. I need to see it referenced one more time before I thought about it, because I had not thought about that for some time.
You may need to fly.
As usual.
He's up there.
Oh. Thank you, dear.
We'll be back at the manor. Keep an eye on things over there.
It is appreciated. I'm sorry, from this point forward, I may not be able to look at chat for a bit because I need to focus very much. Give me a few. Then off to the brooding peak, I see.
I thought it would be the one place no one would bother me. Can I help you?
Oh, I was just trying to look for the highest point so I can look for people. See ya.
Seems I was mistaken in coming up here.
Really? You're just going to do that to me too?
Come to yell at me some more?
Come to try and make you understand.
Understand what?
How worried I am about you. How terrified I am about all this. I'm trying to understand why this is so important. Yes, I understand some pieces, but not all of it. I know you have your traditions and your culture and your customs, but I'm trying to understand what is so important about this one that it cannot wait. Because all I am seeing of it is you wanting to run off and potentially traumatize yourself further and potentially go backwards when we have gone so far ahead ourselves. For people in that crypt, so many of which you've told me nothing but terrible stories that did not deserve you or care. So many that you've told me have tried to kill you or harm you or toss you to the side. And you do want to uplift something that involves taking something from them when it should not be worth that much to either of us. And you're willing to harm yourself to do it.
There's only two people who have never tossed me to the side like I was trash. That was my mother, and that was you. My mother's sword is in that crypt, Kise. Everyone else be damned. I'm going there to get it.
You could go and navigate into the main castle indoors, where, you know, it was my home. But all of that was dug into the side of the cliff.
Maybe there, but even... I think
Because
she would understand.
Without that sword, our marriage, our union, would not be legitimate.
Says who?
Says my entire way of life, Kise, and I know that's probably hard for you to believe. But that is how we work. And I know you've always had enough...
We. You keep saying we. But apparently we is so many people that you have told me did not deserve you. Yes, that includes maybe one person who did. She is not there. And I do not know if she would want you doing that to yourself.
My mother's in that crypt.
Maybe a body, but not her. That is not the same.
What? So now you insult my dead mother.
No. Quite the opposite. She is the one person I may respect. But what you're doing to yourself, I do not want you to show up 3 days from now broken, looking backwards. And there is a very real possibility of that. I'm the head of aftercare for a reason. You're not giving yourself any, and I'm worried, so worried, to see the man that I saw 2 years ago, or perhaps one that I have never seen before, because it was farther back than that. And I do not want to see you doing that to yourself. For a path that we are walking together, we're making new traditions.
That is the point of the sword, my dear.
You can still give yourself time. If you needed more time, I would have given it to you. Why do you have to wait until the very last moment to say, I am still doing this, but do not worry, I will not be traumatized. I will be perfectly fine for our wedding day. That is, you cannot guarantee that. I do not want to see that. I am terrified to see that. And so far from what I have seen, it is part of a tradition where time and time again you have said that the people around you for it did not respect you. Are you seeking to prove yourself to them? Because you've proven yourself to your mother. Why do you have to prove it to the rest of them after what they did?
I proved nothing to my mother. She died before ever I could show her who I was, who I had become. So she knows none of that. And she at least deserves the respect of me following tradition. I know it's different for you. I'm human. You're not. I understand
It means I know
some
nothing.
of the things we do.
Do you think I know nothing?
Yeah. Well,
Do you think I've not
seem
been
to
listening
think-
to you for years? Do you think I've not seen?
You seem to think so little of me that I would ruin our wedding day, and not every single thing I do for you.
I think so highly of you that I do not want to see what we have built up, lost all, any steps backward. You've told me yourself you were terrified. You told me yourself how hard this is going to be, but yet...
Hard, yes. Terrified, yes. Do you honestly think, after everything I've been through, that I'm going to let something like that break me?
I do not know what... I do not believe you're going to let
Do I
it...
look so weak to you?
No! But... it does not matter how strong you are. There are things that you need time for, and you're not giving it to yourself. That is what I'm worried about.
Oh, so you mean Frida?
All of it.
I buried Frida. Yes, I grieved for so long. From when I was 18 to about 30. I have nothing left to grieve.
If that were the case, you would not be scared. Because I would think it sure as hell is not for the people in there that did not give a damn about you. For the traditions of so many gods that you have been willing to fight. For someone that, if she did not care about you so much that she would stand up for you when others did not, why do you think this would dishonor her now? You taking care of yourself, you being happy and not forcing more on yourself than you've already gone through. For no reason.
No reason.
Not for any reason that is not something you've made up in your head that is so important when it is not as much as what is important in here. I swear I'm not trying to disrespect your culture, but you have told me time and time again how much that culture did not respect you.
No, the people didn't
What
respect me.
What is a culture but its people? I do not want to see you come back and look. Even a half a step back is too much for me. I do not want to see that. You should not want that either, and I'm terrified that that is going to be the case.
And yet I don't think it's going to affect me like you think it will.
There are so many things that you do not think are going to affect you, and they do. I see it. Because I've seen you care so little about yourself and what affects you. Time and time again. And it does not just affect you. I'm trying so hard to see this turn out the best, but I also have to prepare for the worst.
Now you're starting to sound like my sister.
Really? Is that all?
She's the one who always prepared for the worst. I was always the optimistic one, believe it or not.
I've seen you not think. I've seen you...
And you think...
You think I do not listen, but I do. That is why I'm Because I listen and I see. I see the good and I see the mistakes and I see it all. And I am trying so hard to make certain that everything we've built up is not... I do not want to see you from 2 years ago on our wedding day. I do not want to see you from a year ago on our wedding day. I do not want to see you from 2 months ago. I want to see you. Everything that we've gone through together. I want to see us happy and not you saying that you are still broken when you could come back more broken.
See, you didn't initially let me finish when I was telling you that I was broken. You interrupted me. You picked up the broken pieces. And you mended them with gold, Kise. My scars are gold. That's because of you. No one else. There are still a few pieces of me left that I need to finish and get so I can be whole once more.
It's not. Feels as if things have changed further than you thought initially would. I do not want you to come back with more than you want to get. That is all.
And I'm telling you, it'll be okay. You seem to hear it, but you're not listening. And it's not a typical, I'll be okay, or I'm fine. But you doubt it still. You say you want us to be happy, and yet you prepare for the worst.
Because I keep seeing you push yourself when you do not need to.
Because if I don't keep pushing myself, I will die, Kise.
You have died.
More times than I care to admit. And I know no Valkyrie comes for me.
That is not true.
That is painfully true. Every time I've died. Not a single one. Just cold, alone and dark.
Because you do not belong with him. You belong with me. I want to trust that it will be perfectly fine. I do. But neither of us are perfect. I believe you believe. I believe that you believe everything will be fine. I believe that with all of my heart that you believe that. And you cannot promise me that. And I do not want to lose any bit of this now.
You are the golden light in a sea of vast darkness, Kise.
And you are the only one who could look at a Kiseru and say those words. I do not want to lose any of that. I do not want to see those eyes get dull at all.
They can never be dull again, Kise.
Can you promise me that truly?
As long as you're alive, yes.
Then why does it scare you? Why would it ever? Why would you do that to yourself at all?
Because I'm afraid who's doing all of this. I'm afraid if I don't find out. And they come for you. To get to me.
And are you going there for investigation or are you going there for a sword?
A sword. Because that'll be my final oath.
Why does it have to be so soon? Why does it have to be so close? Why does it have to be... You need time.
You deserve the respect.
I have had more respect from you than anyone ever. More than I will ever get from anyone ever. A sword is not respect. Everything you've said to me is respect. Everything you have done for me is respect. Everything you are now
can't put it into words that's going to satisfy you.
But does any of this make sense? Do you understand it all?
Kise, of course it does.
You think it is just because I am not human?
No, I think it's because you don't understand.
Understand what? I understand you!
Then you should know that my culture is fundamentally part of who I am to my core.
At the same time, story after story of all of that hurting you. But you do not deserve to be hurt anymore. You do not deserve to be hurt then.
Us like this tears my heart out, Kise.
Do you think it does not to me? Though I do not have a heart.
You have one, Kise. Don't sell yourself short.
I literally do not, but I know what it feels like. I believe. Because of you.
You're welcome.
I have had it torn. I felt like it was torn out because of you too before. Every time I see you hurting, I do not want you to add any more to that. I fear, even if you say it will be fine, I do not know if I will see something slightly different in your eyes that will betray that absolute belief at the end. And it terrifies me. Is alone. You do not think I understand it all. You said so as much there, and that hurts. You say that again, looking past me at it, underneath that arch. Even if it is just for a moment. Because I will be the one to see it. Because I'll be looking into those eyes. Just like this. Just like I do every day. And I will be spending the next 3 days wondering if that is how it is going to go. There'll be something just slightly less.
Kise, you'll notice something. His eyes, they don't have lightning.
It's already different again.
What?
The lightning is gone.
What lightning?
It has been there for months now. I told you.
What are you on about, Kise? I've never had lightning in my eyes.
Yes, you did. I've told you that.
No, you didn't. I've never had lightning in my eyes. And
what is this about now?
what is what about?
What is wrong now? She's gonna
What do
get
you
the
mean?
glow in her eyes. I don't. The toggle's broken at the moment.
What does the glow do?
Like soul sight.
Oh. Well, you will notice this soul does not look anything like Sigurd's. What?
Who are you?
Who are you talking to?
Who are you?
Are you feeling alright?
You are not Sigurd. Who are you?
You're starting to scare me, Kise.
Who are you?
Do I need to go get Jaden?
I'm going to go need Jaden for a moment. Who the hell are you? You stay back.
Or what?
Demand you tell me who you are. Where's Sigurd?
Oh, the little Viking that could is currently in his family tomb, getting his sword.
Who are you?
Ah, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Such a simple yet complicated question.
Forgive me that there's a potential many answers at this point.
I'm up for a game, let's hear them. Who do you think I am?
With that, I would assume the one that was speaking to us from that weapon. Just based on the abhorrent attitude.
First try.
But
First
I
one
did
I've
not
ever
get,
done that.
did not get an actual name, so aside from the
Oh no.
fake one.
And whose name was that?
Bira.
Ah, yes, I do believe that was the name I gave. Well, since you're the detective here, any ideas of who I actually am? Detective Kise.
I will be honest, I was trying very hard not to think about you at all for the past few weeks for obvious reasons.
Oh, they always do. I'm always a thorn in their side whenever I show up. It makes things fun. Oh, I suppose we won't have to go far to get Jaden now, will we, Kise?
On their side? You mean the gods, Isir?
Oh, no, I'm... Well, there are no gods left. Well, I suppose at least where I'm from. I will say, it was fun pretending to be him. I got a taste.
How long have you been?
Let's see, your beloved, few days ago. So... 2-3 days?
Whatever he said,
Oh,
exactly.
cute. Well, right here, big guy. Come do your duties as house Carl.
Hidden.
If you're trying to intimidate me, you're going to have to try a lot harder. Cute.
Kise.
That was supposed to be some fire, but everything is broken. Great.
Well, the fire would leave him unharmed. You want to take a shot?
Kise. Ikose.
Oh, don't tell me you're gonna run away. Where's the fun in that?
I have better things to do than deal with you. Whatever you are.
Oh, I'm sure.
Kise. Go. Find Roland. Now.
Oh, the little pillbag is gonna do something.
He's telling me someone is outside. Someone open the door. Cannot open the door, Jane.
Go.
Roland, someone where's...
Weird. I found.
Ah.
Oh, hi.
I need security. I need security. Where else is...
No.
What's going on?
Michael?
Everybody, please stay calm. Just stay in here, please. There's an emergency situation, please.
You're in charge.
Wait, where's my sister?
She went out.
She's over there on the.
Not even me.
Kise.
What's the matter, wolf boy? Can't find me.
Soul sight.
Oddly enough, you can't see it.
Just an illusion.
Roland, you have your staff.
Space and time, without a flaw. Iris staff, I swiftly draw.
Rika, on your guard. Someone's impersonated Sigurd.
Situation.
What sort of situation?
Impersonator?
Yes.
Impersonator? Of who?
Sigurd.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
We don't know.
He was in the backyard.
And
I've heard him, but I can't see him.
Oh,
I can't
the
smell
whole
him.
cavalry is here, aren't they?
it seems to be an illusion. I cannot see anything soul-wise.
Okay. Is it magic?
Mm.
Do you know?
I don't know.
Well, I can check. Eyes claps his
I'll
hands.
find it.
Cast mass dispel magic.
Nothing happens.
Sorry.
Rika
Well, it's not
is going
magic.
to activate her aspects discipline to see if she can sense anything out of the ordinary.
There you go. So, not magic. Oh, there he is.
There you are.
Hello. Oh, what, this greeting party just for little old me.
It continues.
In front.
Same one as before. Yes.
Possession.
No.
Oh,
Is this a possession or a mimicry?
so this isn't Sigurd.
No.
Oh, okay. This makes this a lot easier then.
This makes it a lot easier.
Are you so sure about that? Does it really?
I don't have to worry about, things.
Oh,
Is there that soul this time?
Killing him. Yes.
Mm. So actually there this time, so illusions.
Illusion, sure. If that's what you want to call them.
Should I start taking guesses?
Person.
Are you Loki?
That's what I was going to
Loki's
guess.
dead. Loki's been long dead.
Someone related to Loki?
This is the fucker who made the thing.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
That was hilarious, by the way.
There's your answer. I was gonna say, when you were
Who
talking to us
exactly
through your
are you?
apps, your voice was distorted, but thanks for identifying yourself.
We knew that one, we just do not know their actual name because they gave us a fake one.
Did you ever figure out? I didn't actually get the part. Did you actually ever figure out what it was? The powder. Left that on purpose.
Why would we tell you anything?
Yes, we wouldn't think an answer for an answer.
I'm going to take that as a yes. You did.
So what if I did?
Thank you, Roland.
Never said I actually did. I was just asking, so what if I... So what if?
Do you know how long he sat there? Gasping for breath as he looked on in fear. When he realized what was happening? Oh, very much so.
What is this?
Oh, and the fact that he sat in your room, manually breathing, that I couldn't have come up with a better torture than that. The amount of pain he felt doing that, forcing his lungs, forcing
In the Auspex
wind.
discipline, can I tell what this person is? What can I tell about them?
You have no idea. Nothing's coming back.
Let's go back inside.
I want to go home.
Right now.
Damn it.
Oh, no, they can go home. I'm not going to stop anyone from leaving.
How about this? Go that way.
Oh, this is where I'm not supposed to be.
No, you can stop.
I'll escort
You can
I'll
leave.
escort everyone out. I'll escort
Yes.
everybody out.
Go ahead.
After all, it wasn't my intent to cause a mass disruption. I just,
I'll make sure no talk.
well,
Mom comes to you.
you came a little too early, dog.
Grab.
No.
Oh,
Not that way. Picks up.
oh,
This way.
sorry. I'm stupid.
This good. No, you're not. So you're playing a game. You were saying.
What was I saying? Oh, right, yes. It was quite delicious watching him suffer in such a way. Shame he didn't die, though. Though the fact that nobody really realized that he was paralyzed. No matter how often I've done it, they would always check. Yet this time no one did.
Oh, I'm going to look forward to hurting you again.
As I said, there's only one person who could even remotely get close. Have a good night, everyone.
Makes it sound like you are part of that story of theirs. That tends to be the only one.
Pray tell, what story would that be?
Ragnarok.
Ah, yes, the end of all things. The thing that all good little Vikings prepare for. Make sure they die with honor, so they can be taken to Valhalla, and then fight, drink, and die again, and again, and again, until the day Ragnarok comes, so they can fight and die one last time in the name of a cryptic bastard.
Oh, gods, you are dramatic, and that is coming from me.
Well, I learned it from some of the best dramatic people I have ever had the pleasure of meeting.
He loves the sound of his own voice, doesn't he?
Yes,
Yes.
It's not even his
but
voice.
not the appearance of his own face.
What can I say? He's a very nice-looking
He
man.
loves the sound of Snake's voice.
Too bad for you, he is taken.
It's cute.
Cannot say the same for you.
So, what is the purpose of this visit?
I'm rather curious about that myself.
To stretch my legs, I suppose. I mean, I was invited here.
By who?
Crass. If I do recall, he did invite me over the communication device.
Roland.
Why don't you come down here so I can shove it up so you can shove it up your own ass? I believe are the exact words he used.
Yes, he said your own ass, not my husband to be's.
Though you were right, he is having a little bit of difficulty.
Alright, so you've stretched your legs while you're still here.
You would not have left without telling me.
Oh, but he did, my dear. You two are so deeply in love with each other, you don't even realize when you're being impersonated.
I will too.
Let him talk. That's much information.
See, you think you're being clever, but I'm telling you everything. Because I want to.
I'm aware of the type of person you are. You're kind of wearing it all over yourself.
And that's by design, my dear eyes.
He's pulling this out of his ass, I bet. I would try. I don't know. Maybe. Could go either way.
Not by much. But you are smarter. You are still the same.
Thank you for the follow, welcome.
The wand is new, but it won't do much for you in the long run anyway.
This time will tell.
Oh, time has told. Remember when I said I'm the weaver of my own fate?
I recall that statement, yeah.
I've seen every possibility.
Okay.
If you want to take a shot, go ahead.
Shit, what thing in Norse mythology is someone who's a weaver of their own fate besides like the Norns? Is there anyone that's been attached to the Norns besides?
Snaps fingers. Roland, your jetpack shuts off.
Shitsure.
Okay.
I'm the aggressor now.
I'm good. Alright.
I am rescinding your invitation. You are no longer welcome.
Oh, do you think I'm some kind of fae?
No, I'm just telling you. So when I do this, this makes more sense. This is a very powerful, by the way, banishment.
Oh, you are so much.
It's my specialty.
We need any more power for that, do tell me, dear. At the moment, I feel very, very frustrated. And I can get out this energy on something.
You're not the only one.
Let's do that again. Kise, you want to help me?
Of course, dear.
Kise empowered banishment.
That too.
Oh, perfect.
You know what?
I will take pain over anything.
If he's still there after a third time, can I go and stab him?
Stops. The split in the ground goes straight forward.
Steps aside.
Grab. Eyes.
How strong is he?
Extremely strong.
Okay, what is gonna happen?
He's gonna lift eyes up and slam him into the ground.
Okay.
You don't have to whip.
No, you don't get a chance to touch.
Wrong move, motherfucker.
Ah. Silence. Sleep. Oh, faster too.
Staff jabs
Some fire to the back because she doesn't have to fucking cast.
Oh, it's been so long.
By the way.
Az will be getting stronger, by the way, as he's holding him. Try to match his strength.
Okay, he's easily matching your strength.
I know, but it's kind of his thing.
Yeah. No, I know. Oh, see. Oh, here. Just let me. Here, you want to just
grab?
He's gonna put the dagger to his throat. You're gonna want to cut that right, and he drags the dagger.
Broccoli on that. Broccoli.
Okay.
Hey, double broccoli, what's called?
Okay.
Mediate
I'm okay.
Until
I
we
just wanted to
see
do
each
that.
other again. Yep. Until we see each other again.
Oh. Jeez! Are you kidding?
Ow.
You're
He's very strong. I'm fine. He just pokes me.
You need any healing
Question
dogs.
for... Is there blood on the ground?
Is there blood on the knife?
Oh, did he?
No, we lost God.
Also, I'm
that
sorry.
motherfucker.
That's where I'm character.
Yep, okay, hold up. Out of character. I'm gonna go see if that motherfucker went to the
Holy shit! Oh,
That was something.
I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
I was enjoying Michael and I get called as this shit. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I went to.
I didn't know he was doing this shit. What
and literally shit hit the fan.
Bitch!
What the fuck? Okay, I want to be very clear. That wasn't meant to be a big disruption at all.
No.
It did. It's because I was not expecting. I was literally about to go and
We
respawn.
were about to close, and then I
know.
found the two of you.
I know. I was keeping track of the time. That's why I did what I was doing. And the second I was about to go away, I turn around and he's standing there. I'm like, fuck, now I don't know what to do now. So I'm sorry.
Okay, so
I need
few
you.
questions for clarification.
Is there blood on the knife? Is there blood on the knife? Is there blood on the
Specifically
ground?
of this knife.
Yes.
In that case, Jane's gonna put this in the security office in his locker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm staying over here.
You can analyze blood with Auspex.
Also, I'm sorry, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I would have immediately stopped, but I heard you say something, but in this ear you broke off. So I didn't hear you immediately.
I'm fine. I appreciate it.
Again.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thankful you
'Cause
said it over and
I
over
was getting
again.
the sense that you weren't stopping, and I wanted you to stop.
I would have stopped had I heard the first one.
Yeah, I know you would have, yeah.
So, for a fun thing for you, I was going to ask for some of the blood, not all of it. He has physical material of you,
yeah,
which
that
means
means
his
that Rico
words
would
are,
have blood on
are
her
a lot
rapier.
stronger. Which means that he's going to have a harder time getting in here and dealing with shit, because it's specifically going to be with him.
Well, I said there was blood. I didn't say whose blood.
If it is his blood, then he would have that.
Wait, hold on. Rico would definitely be able to tell whose blood it is.
Does it smell like Sigurd's blood?
Yeah. Does it smell like Sigurd's blood? And also, like,
no.
I found it very interesting that Auspex didn't reveal anything about him.
Okay, so but it's rancid.
Oh.
It is black.
Motherfucker.
He's a corpse. Okay.
Yikers.
Oh, you weren't actually here. You were animating a corpse.
Fucking.
To look like Sigurd.
Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 question for me then. What the fuck did he do to Will's pack, and will his pack turn back on now that he's gone?
Oh yeah, he was just being cheeky, knocking your jetpack so you'd fall down.
Also,
yeah,
did you fucking plan this?
I need to.
Yes.
Oh, fuck you.
I need you. I need you to know that I understand having to deal with characters that are very strong. So I understand it being like having to like work around the metaverse things. Something like
Oh my god.
There's. I don't want to reveal too much because I do want this to be a little slower burn since the last time I did anything.
I'm
was 3
so
weeks
glad.
ago.
Kise picked up the hint when Jane said Ikoze.
Oh yeah, Ikoze.
Because Jane does know a little bit of Japanese. Not much, but he knows enough.
Yep.
Teleport behind him.
Oh my god. I thought I was gonna have like a break from fucking CryRP, but no fucking, then you pull this shit and you
We spent a fucking
I'm
hour
genuinely
in the
sorry
parlor.
that it actually turned into a major disruption. That wasn't my intention.
So does this mean the wedding's on? So does this mean the wedding's being postponed?
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
I mean that's her call. Sig would be back with the sword by the time you got back home.
I can't do
so
that.
angry.
I just want you to know. The fucking
Oh, that sucks so much. Why the fuck you gotta do this?
You need to trust Sigurd that he needs to do this because he thinks he needs to do it.
I was watching stream.
Because Jane.
I know.
Because
I know.
Fuck you.
I watched that whole exchange.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You could have told me that.
When Jane gave up because he genuinely didn't know what else he could say.
You know me better than I know myself, okay? I have to throw you a curveball.
Fuck you.
I also, I understand because Eyes' entire kit is made to like end, like so be like bye, leave,
End the
goodbye,
fight.
Yeah.
fight, that type of thing. So I'm glad that you found a way to make it like work, but also like not just be like. Boop.
I think that's it for tonight. Cause holy shit.
This
Well.
was more of a show of power.
We'll see if it's
Yeah, that was another thing.
Yeah, I guess
Bad
when
for
they
one word. I want to send her a message and probably be like, "Hey, it's sorry."
That's out of the ordinary.
Apologize.
I'm sorry, everybody. We have an emergency situation. I need everybody
Apologize
to
to them
quickly and
for
calmly
me.
evacuate the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
And
I
had
had an inkling
respawned and became Rika.
that it would have become a major disruption, I would have.
Hey, thank you for being here. Holy shit. I'll try to be back tomorrow for Lang Forth.
Because I was.
Otherwise, it's supposed to be the wedding on Thursday, but oh my god. What the how the fuck do we.
Basically on the top of the mountain, literally waiting for the time to do this.
and then you perfectly came up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna immediately, I'm gonna scare Kise, and then I'm gonna have him disappear.
Fuck
and
you.
Then,
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's really funny. By the way, the reason that he showed up is that
Alright, until next time, I'm just gonna
as Michael
get off stream, go find your favorite streamer, send some love for me.
Not because there was any ulterior motives, because she was a
I appreciate you all. Until next time, y'all stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Good night.
He was just like going to. He was just gonna.
Sexual polyhedral dice. I'm proud to be